Hey guys, I'm Steve. Welcome to Salt Lake City. When I was a kid, I had two obsessions, magic and model rockets. I loved the look on my friend's face when I finished performing a magic trick, and the feeling of the smile on my own face when I saw a rocket take off and successfully, and more often than I'd like to admit, not successfully, come back to Earth. What I loved with both of these was the ability to take those projects to the next level. With my rockets, I launched them higher and faster. I launched multi-stage rockets, rockets with cameras, rockets with eggs in the payload. And for magic, I remember walking into a magic store in the mall and watching the store clerks sell their tricks by performing them for me. I went into that store and annoyed those clerks more than I'd like to admit. I'd go buy a trick, take it home, learn how it was done, master it, and go back for more. Eventually, one of those employees, probably sick of my constant pestering, suggested I buy this, Mark Wilson's Complete Course in Magic. It had step-by-step instructions on how to make coins disappear, dozens of card tricks, and how to build illusions. I loved building illusions. I still wanted to take my magic shows a little bit further, and if there's one thing I've learned in going to concerts and watching music videos, nothing takes a show further than pyrotechnics. So how was I going to bring pyrotechnics to my show? Well, let me first state, I by no means recommend what I did here in my basement. I took the table that hosted most of my shows and found a corner guard for my parents' home improvement projects, screwed it to the front of that table. I made a little channel that ran the length of it, and I attached my model rocket box to the underside. In that little channel, I sprinkled powder from some of the old fireworks we had laying around, and at one end of the channel, I put a little model rocket engine igniter. I connected my model rocket launch box to the igniter and pushed the launch button, and I'm not gonna lie, I was a little bit nervous. I wasn't sure exactly what happened. Would it explode? I hoped for a giant burst of light, like something out of a David Copperfield magic special. And what I got instead was a curtain of smoke in front of the table. I looked at my table, the smoke lingering in the basement, and was in awe. I intended to build this rig so that I could impress my friends and impress the network executives that I should have a magic special at the age of 13. Instead, I just amazed myself at what I had built. I imagined, conceived, and successfully built the smoke table all on my own. I did that. I used that table many, many times, but never actually used it in a show. Really, I was just thrilled that I had made it. It was almost a high, and no, there was nothing special in the smoke, I promise. I just fell in love with making. If you've ever been to a maker fair or watched our patron saint, Adam Savage from Mythbusters, it can seem a little daunting to become a maker. These guys are simply amazing. Their level of skill, the tools they have, their ingenuity. In fact, it can seem a little intimidating to start making. So the big question is, how do you even begin? What skills do you need? How do you start being a maker? The answer is none. You don't need any skills, any tools. You don't need any classes or degrees. At age 12, Adam Savage hauled home a large refrigerator box. He even had to fight off bullies to do so. And from that box, he turned it into a spaceship cockpit, which he used for an early 8mm film he made with his friends. Comic-Con will show the level of creativity in the world as people dress up as all manner of movie and comic book characters, most of which are homemade. If you really want to dive down a rabbit hole, go onto the replica prop forum, and you can see all of the projects makers do, replicating iconic props from movies. So what's the answer? What do you need? First, embrace failure. You're gonna fail. It's part of the process. Enjoy it. Give yourself a congratulations every time you fail. You've just found a new way not to do what you're trying to do. Now go back and try again. Next, passion. Be passionate about anything. Have a desire to do things a little better, a little bigger, a little different than you've ever done or seen before. And finally, curiosity. Try something you've never done before. Go someplace you've never gone and look at something in a different way. Making things the way human beings do is what separates us from the rest of nature. It's uniquely human to see a problem, come up with a solution, and build what we imagine for that purpose. It's why we have this channel. We love making and everything about it. We are discovering what it means to be human. In the comments below, tell us, what was it that got you into making? Is there something you've always dreamed of making yourself? What would you like to see us make in Salt Lake City? Don't forget to like and subscribe to Salt Lake City so you can follow along with all of our upcoming projects. Embrace your failures. Be passionate. Be curious. And go make something.